How y'all doing? Hi, strangers and beautiful people of the internet. My name is Zainab. I'm 22 from Manchester and I'm also Nigerian. Just like everything that I do, right? With just endless amounts of creativity and impulsivity, I've decided today to just record this video, put it on YouTube straight away, and I suspect the way I'm feeling, this might just be the start of me posting on YouTube, if not every day, for like at least a week. Every other day, just very casual, MacBook filmed. I've got the mic out, no script, no more ideas, no more procrastinating, no more planning, just me speaking to the camera and yeah, just going from there. Today, what inspired this particular video, and I'm like, you know what, sack it, I'm posting it straight away, is the fact that I just finished watching a YouTube video by Ore Okuloga, and it's literally titled Black British Women Used to Run YouTube. If this isn't a sign yet that I shouldn't be also amongst one of the Black British women also running YouTube, then I don't know how many more years of my life I'm going to be there wishing and dreaming about this creator that I could have been. I have been watching YouTube when Nella Rose was still in university. I was watching YouTube. I was actually there when Patricia Bright gave birth on her living room floor. I was there. When Patricia Bright launched her first book, Boss Babes, she was like this. She was like this on the cover. Pink cover. I bought the book. I just don't know. I'm feeling, especially in the last couple of months, I've had a very interesting year. Dare I say, it's been my best and worst year in a while. Best in terms of like what I've achieved and the experiences that I've had and the opportunities that I've taken and the friends that I've made and the friendships that have blossomed as well. And the fun and absolute pure joy that I've had. It has been probably one of my best years ever. I've not hit a equilibrium yet in terms of like, you know, sleep, eating, fitness, faith. I've just not hit it at all. And in fact, I've never felt not this bad, but the way that I feel and the way that I can't switch off or relax or rest is really taking me back. I guess being alone and constantly ruminating and being in your thoughts and just thinking so much, writing so much. Thinking is my... No, if someone said you got a skill, I'm going to say think. I can think. Actually, someone just give me money just to think. If you want an out-of-the-box idea, I can create it. If you want something in the box, I can create it. Something sustainable, I can create it. Something funny, something intelligent, something witty. Whatever you need, creative, abstract, pragmatic, logical, whatever you need, I can think it. You understand? Thinking is my full-time hobby. It's actually my full-time occupation. Constantly thinking and overthinking and ruminating and procrastinating and deliberating and therapizing and analyzing, romanticizing and catastrophizing. I'm a wordsmith, I'm a poet, don't I know it? Constantly being an overthinker and so curious, an ambition fueled by curiosity, fueled by a brain that can't switch off. I am beginning to slowly realize that in terms of my creativity, not only should I see creativity as a muscle and I should aim to exercise that muscle as much as I can, I'm also beginning to understand that the people that I admire in terms of like content creators, presenters, filmmakers, dancers, business owners, jewelry creators, stylists, the people that I admire are not necessarily any more talented than myself. Not to big myself up too much, but I'm beginning to realize that the people that actually make it in the world and that are very successful, stupidly successful, their talent isn't too far away from ourselves. It's just the fact that they were brave in sharing their struggles, sharing their journeys, sharing their talent with the world. And it's really hitting me because the amount of times that I think to myself like, rah, I'm so talented. And where's it gotten me? I want to do more. I want to be more. So I'm realizing that you can have a ton of talent, and you can have the hard work of a bull, which I have. I can work myself silly, but yet it's that bravery. And I always try and reason with myself, saying that like I'm someone that's very brave. Like I do things without a second thought, really, because I don't really, I don't subscribe to awkwardness. It doesn't exist in my head. I'm very confident to begin with. I don't feel like I have a comfort zone. I'm very someone. I'm like in life. But no, was it fear of being seen? Fear of being perceived, fear of being seen. That is still a fear. I'm forgetting that's a fear. And to get over that, again, this whole, is it adage, this rhetoric of embarrassment is the cost of entry, the same way that this fear of being perceived is actually, it's a genuine fear. And you have to be brave and overcome this fear to really show the world who you are and what you can do, like what you're about, like what business you stand on. This marks the start of me fully flinging myself into a new world of being brave and bold beyond my own expectations, beyond my own limits. Because I have talent, I can work hard. The last thing for me is being stupidly brave. I've got a Substack. My writing has sat there on my WordPress for the best part of a year. Didn't want to revisit any of the pieces. I didn't want to advertise it. Didn't want to promote myself. And then switching from WordPress to Substack recently, wow. The way I was really invested in my writing, and I realized no, these are very well thought out pieces. Not only are poems satirical and they're witty, they're humorous and they're deep, but my more bloggy, personal, subjective pieces on like culture, social commentary, whatever, I'm reading it back thinking, now you can write. You can write. Just seeing the reception I got on my Instagram really reaffirmed to me that, no, I am a writer. It's not good enough for me to be writing, literally uploading it to the internet, but then not promoting it. It's taking a step forward, but they're taking a step back. So yes, I'm being brave by uploading my work online, but then to not show it or showcase it to my community on Instagram or TikTok is insane. I'm stupid. Not being brave is making me stupid, and that's one thing that I cannot subscribe to. I'm not a stupid person. Do I seem like a stupid person? Right. With my Substack, I'm like, okay, Zainab, you can write. Start promoting your stuff on every app. When you've got a new idea, post about it. When you're going to tease an idea, post about it. If you want market research, post about it. To move away from my Substack and my writing, I then move myself back onto video. I think being an online kid, I grew up before this iPad generation, but I'm the OG YouTube child. Being a documentarian, I love documentaries. I love journalistic pieces. I love investigation. I love science. I love art. I love culture. I love people. I think all these different facets to me, I want to be able to showcase in a more succinct and coherent way. So again, I'm starting with these little impromptu video diaries. I want to be better in every capacity, and I'm hoping that in sharing my journey in more real time can show people that yet again I'm authentic. I like to keep true to myself, and I really do not like not being myself. I feel a lot of resistance from the world to conform. I'm hoping that with these impromptu video diaries, I can just show up and show out. Zainab, right? Zainab. Who is Zainab? I've always imagined a small blurb by my name. I think being a doctor is probably one of the most recent additions to my blurb. Being a doctor, being a medical student is probably one of the most recent titles I can add to the blurb of my life. Before, I'm not a doctor yet, soon come by His grace. Before she was the doctor, before the medical student, there was the writer, there was the poet, there was the gymmer, there was the sports babe, the author, the speaker, the movie maker, the film director, the script writer, the muse, the model, the dancer. I want to be able to really push all my ideas and actually put them in a place that people can interact with me. Go beyond the facade of just posting on social media and then dipping until I'm ready to face the social world again. To create more than creating more than you consume is crazy. There's no one who's going to create more than they consume. I can't sit down and make a YouTube video when I'm eating my food. I need I need to be watching somebody in Japan, like whilst I'm eating my breakfast. Do you understand? Hopefully one day in the future, I can look back at these little diaries. Someone else can look back at me and think, wow, like, she's been, yeah, Zainab, she's been serious for a long time. Stay blessed. Never stress. Stay kind. Make sure your mind can unwind. Stay lucky and stay cute like a puppy. Peace.